Hello, and welcome back to more Baba Is You with Brian. Last time, at the end of the episode, we took a quick peek at Deep Forest. It's interesting that 14 is already lit up. I hadn't noticed that before. Renovating, which appears to be our first lesson in conveyor belts. Belt is shift. I move down one and it pushed me down one, and if I just wait, I go down one. And we can change belt to be push. Right now the walls are defeat, and so that's the thing that we need to cross. So water is stop, so I can't go up through here. So the obvious thing to do here is to grab some conveyor belts, and I notice that as I push them in different directions, they do kind of face in that direction. And so I guess the most obvious thing to do kind of at the start is something along those lines. Oh, they shift everything, including the walls. So if I push again, and then shift again, and then wait one because it takes a moment for action, and then I don't want the conveyor belts doing anything, because otherwise they'll try to push me into the wall. Actually, what happens if they push me into the wall? I guess I just get defeated, right? I had a chance to step off there, but if I stepped back up onto it, I would have gotten dead. Okay, so conveyor belts can convey any type of object. Now for my own sanity, even though I could already solve the puzzle here, I have to know if conveyor belts can also convey text. So let's... that one will be confusing. Let's instead have it facing to the right when I do this. Oh, that ended up pushing the conveyor belt, though, because it was still pushable. So, in that case... Well, I guess I could just find out this way, then. Yes, they will push text as well. So, basically, conveyor belts push uninteracting objects as well as text, as well as you. Okay, so that'll be a bit to think about, I think. About? Alright, but let's go ahead and shift, and I can just wait a couple of times for that, and then we'll make them pushable again, and push them like that, sure, and then shift and move those things over, and then let's make them non-interactive. It's interesting that their animation still goes even when they're not interactive. Well, not in a shift state. I don't have other text available here. If I said flag is shift, I can't do that on this screen, but I imagine that it doesn't just have to be belts, because all objects are interchangeable in this game, so far as I know. So we'll have to try to make something else be shift in a future thingy, and try to understand how it works. In any case, that is our first lesson down, and it already opened up into a number of different directions, which suggests that some of these puzzles may be difficult. This looks very similar to an earlier puzzle. Well, looks somewhat similar to an earlier puzzle. Baba's you. Wall is wall. Wall is stop. Key is open. Key could be push. Door is shut. Win is completely enclosed. Is there a way for me to have wall be shut? So that I could unlock a wall to get at win? I mean, let's just do the obvious and therefore wrong thing here at the start, which is this. I want to win! Please let me win! Okay, so let's restart. There's no conveyor belts here to do my conveyor belt testing. Actually, yeah, I'm pretty sure I could probably solve that with a little bit of time, but let's actually return to the menu. I want to see if I can find another... Oops, didn't mean to return to the menu, just meant to return to the map. I want to see if I can find another conveyor belt puzzle. Keep out. Do you have conveyor belts? I want to learn more about them, please. Yes, belt is shift. But shift is probably not in a place where I can get at it. To make something else be shift instead. at a glance. So let's return to the map again and take a look at number 4. But that's as far as I'll go. Baba doesn't respond. Baba is push. Belt is shift. And once again, shift is not in the location where I'm likely to be able to get it. Okay, that's all I wanted to know. We'll have to play around with something other than belt being shift at some point in the future. I'll just try not to forget about that. I'm prone to forgetting things, which is why I wanted to do it right now. Okay, back to this puzzle. We need to get the win out. Or we need to push words in. Neither of those seem particularly possible. Wall is stop. What am I going to do here? I could make wall is shut and something else is open, but I don't think I have a something else to make is open. I mean door, but I would have to destroy the door to get at the is shut in the first place. So what am I missing here? Is there a way to not destroy the key or the door? Oh! I found it! Sometimes this is what this game is good at doing by virtue of the fact that all objects are exchangeable and their properties are only determined by the rules. It's good at getting you to not think about possibilities that do exist just because of your accustomed circumstances. We're used to doors being solid, and so we don't realize that, for example, in this case, this is not solid. And so if I could say that a wall is shut, can I do that in a way where the key is not in the way? Yeah, let's do this. I've already pushed shut too far. Shut, come back. That'll work. Alright, key is push. Let's get this key out of the way for the moment. And eventually we do want to make key be open. Alright, wall is shut. Door is not shut. And so the key will just go right through the door. And eventually I could say, like, door is win, I suppose. Which would probably be easiest to do from the top, I imagine. Alright, so we use the key to open that. And then I can say door is win. Just let... no, I couldn't say door is win. Yeah, I could say door... yes, it'll just take a bit of pushing. I was like, I could push the door in front of the door and then push it from the left. And then I was like, no, I can't get back inside of there. And then I was like, aha, I can push it down here. These are the thoughts that are going through my brain as I half-finish sentences. Okay. So yeah, this game is very much about altering your perception. It would be really interesting if there were some UI on top where you could use some kind of filter to change all of the X's into Y's. So that, for example, when door is shut but not door is stop, like you change it into some other thing so it doesn't make you think about doors the way you're accustomed to thinking about them. Did that make any sense? Basically, if you could make objects look more like the things that they actually are according to the rules, rather than the things that they are according to the game, it might help you think about puzzles. I don't know. Anyway, next up is Keep Out, which we glanced at for just a moment. And I've already forgotten. Belt is shift. We have bugs. Bugs are defeat. Don't stand on the bugs. They will eat you. Fungus has flag. I see the fungus. Fungus is melt. Hedge is stop. Okay, lots of hedge walls. Kiki is you. Tree is pull. That's a little unusual. And tree is hot. Flag is win. So we need to melt the fungus to get a flag. And what's the problem with just doing it? I guess the pulling mechanic, probably. I would have to kind of like pull it from over here. Okay, so that's interesting. Even when I got moved by a conveyor, I was still able to pull the tree along with me. Ah, is this a parity thing? Because now I can't pull the tree over here, and now the tree is stuck. Okay. So do we have to do, like, parity pulling with tree belt something, something, something? Do I need a wait command in here somewhere, somehow? That's always going to happen that way. No, the parity doesn't matter here, right? I need to somehow get the tree across the belt. Well, I can also... If I go here, I have the same problem, basically. Except that I can move the tree slightly by doing this. If I had the words tree is pull, so that I could make the tree no longer be pulled, that would not help, because if the tree was no longer pulled and turned into nothing, I wouldn't be able to melt the fungus. Because the fungus... Could I get fungus's pull? I guess once again, the issue is, once I'm in here, even if I had something pushable, I wouldn't be able to push it through this maze. Pullable, I also can't seem to pull through this maze. So something's going on with the conveyor belts, I suppose. But belt is shift, it's behind some defeating bugs. So... I could say belt is tree, or belt is pull. I can say belt is pull. Ha 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 ha. That seems most likely to be useful. And I could still say tree is pull after that. Because I don't think belt is tree is going to help me. So let's try belt is pull. And just see if and where things go. It isn't immediately obvious to me exactly what I could do with this, but it seems plausible that there will be something useful from being able to move the belt around. I can change its direction. Yeah, and so I could probably change its direction somehow in corners. No. Well, I kind of want it to be here, and then I want to get up and move it up and have it pointing a different direction. Remind me how pulling, like trains of pulling things works. Except for I don't think I can say tree is pull and belt is pull at the same time. I could say one or the other. Can I use the pullable belts to somehow something with the fungus? No, because I still can't pull it all the way in here, just as before. Is there any way... Is there any way... What? Can I pull a bug out somehow? Don't see a way to make that happen. Can I pull the tree around just by using the conveyor belts? Okay, this is an interesting idea. Ooh, that did not behave as I expected. I'm walking with the tree now. Because I move one to the right, the conveyor belt moves one to the right, and then at the end of the conveyor belt's turn, it shifts the tree one to the right, moving it back on top of me. Okay, that's interesting. And unexpected. Yes. One thing I like about this game is that debugging can be a difficult part of computer programming, and a lot of debugging, especially if you have a good debugger tool or a good programming environment, is exploration. And this game is kind of like debugging and exploration. You seem to have a wrong mental model of the world, hence the bug, and so you simply play around with the tools and experiment to get a better understanding of the world and what is capable of being done. And so, I got the tree here, and now I could pull the tree in. I'm not sure if I need the conveyor belt again. Am I going to need the conveyor belt again? If I get the tree to the fungus, it will melt and be the flag and be winds. I don't think I need to pull it again, so I just need to change now to tree is pull. So I believe if I simply do this on top of the bugs, as disgusting as though that may sound, we can now turn that into a flag, and the flag is win. Oh, but the tree is still pull. Right, because it was hot and it melted, and a hot thing melts the other thing, but the hot thing stays intact. That's fine. Great. Congratulations. So we did it. All right, let's move on to number 4 and continue in sequence. I should have noticed when I began the recording, know how far into the episode we are, but I failed to do so, so I'll just have to estimate. Okay, we have conveyor belts that are shifting. Look at them go as I press the wait command. All right. As with Environmental Station Alpha, Hempuli, the developer of this game, is very good at pixel art. That's kind of cute and relatively minimalist, but effective. I like the way the conveyor belts look, is the long and the short of what I'm trying to say. Okay, Baba is push, Kiki is you. We have a move, so we could bring something to life. Hedge is stop, tree is stop, door is defeat and open, but it could be changed to door is shut and open, which would immediately destroy itself. Let's go ahead and test that out, even though it means that read is going to become defeat. Yes, so that's how to make the door destroy itself. Read is defeat. What's even a read? Oh, the thing in front of the door apparently is the read. 2 to the left of the door, to be more specific, appears to be the read. So if that were going to defeat me, I would be in trouble. So presumably, I'd want to get me or Baba or something. What do I want to do here? Baba is a move. I probably want... Here's what I'm imagining. Something like, I want to have Baba is move running this way, and then a conveyor belt will push him up into the reed, and another conveyor belt will put him this way, so that it'll keep going to the right, and that's not going to help me because he won't be you. And I don't think I could make Baba is you. Okay, so alternatively, I would want Baba moving to the right down here, and then a conveyor belt pushes him this way, and a conveyor belt pushes him this way or something, and then he goes and changes this at the last moment, after I have already walked up in here and am ready to walk through the defeated door past the reed. That seems plausible. So the issue that I will have is that it's going to be a race. Like, to say Baba is move, it seems like I'd need to move Baba and is over here. So the last moment I'd be like standing over here, making Baba is move, and then Baba would only have a finite number of steps before he gets over to doing this. And I don't have enough steps to get over here and be standing here before Baba gets there, I think. I think I see a way to win the race, possibly. All of this was predicated on me being able to move the belts around. I can do that. I can say belt to shift. Also, trees are stop, I see. It's like, why are these trees even in my way? Okay, so I'm going to need belt as push, I'm going to need Baba as push, and I'm going to need Baba as move to act out my plan. Does the order matter? I don't know that it does. And I think the place that I want Baba to be is approximately here. Yeah, that seems pretty plausible. So then I want to get is push moved up here so that I can move the belts around. And then I want to take the conveyor belts and put one of them... Let me think carefully about this. Oops, that's fine. Baba, you can be anywhere. One of them there. And the other one... here, I think? And so now Baba, if Baba were to become move, he would move to the left for a long period of time, then move back to the right, be shunted down, be shunted back to the right, and then walk into the shut defeat thing. And I believe that will give Kiki enough time to walk past the reed. So, that is the plan that I set out, and it still appears like it might work. And if so, this would be a great triumph from the point of view that I had to see this very far in advance. So I'm really hoping that this is going to work the first time, so I can be very proud of myself. Aw, yeah, baby. Wait. Wait. Boom. I did it. Go me. Go me. It's my birthday. It's not my birthday. I'm already an old man. It's just a thing you say. All right. Baba doesn't respond. Oh, he did respond. He responded perfectly. Patrol is the 5th level of the forest. Bunch of skulls. Tree is bush. Door is sink. Door has tree. Wall is stop. Flag is win. Tree is tree. Baba is you. Text is float. Skull is defeat and move. So the text being float is just so that we can't sink some text in a door, I think. Skull is defeat and move. Oh my gosh, skull is move. Look at these skulls go. That's crazy. They're out to defeat me. How are we going to do anything about that? Is there... Can we get in back of the last skull and then walk right with it? No, because we'll get defeated by the front skull coming back. Like, Okay, door is sink and has tree. And tree is push, but I could make door push. So I could kill one of the skulls. Do I need a void in the middle of the skulls? Okay, so my first idea... And I think I want the door to continue having trees. But I need it to sink, I need it to has tree, and I need it to is push. Well, poop. Let's think about this for a moment. Wait a minute, I think I can destroy all of the skulls. Because I could have door has tree and tree has door and just destroy them one by one, I think? Maybe? However, I need to be careful. Oh, when I destroy the last one, here's going to be the issue. Suppose I push that tree down and destroy skulls and turn it into doors and trees and destroy all the skulls. Then there'll be an object in the way that I wouldn't be able to push out of the way unless it's non-pushable, in which case I could just walk over it, but then I'll get to this door, and what am I going to sink in it? I can't say door has Baba. And if Baba walks into the door, he'll just sink. So basically, I think I know how to kill this door and use this door to defeat skulls. But what I don't know how to do... Oh, the skulls will push things around too. Will they? Let's start experimenting with the front end. I still think the second door is going to be a problem, but let's not worry about that for a moment. And instead... get a pushable door and just start doing some stuff. I want the door to have a tree. So I'm going to push the door in here. And the skulls are going to move around it because the door is still pushable. But I'm going to change the door to being non-pushable and sinking. And I think it might be cool to do one of the middle skulls. So let's do this. Door is sink. And now it sank into a tree. And the tree isn't anything right now, so that's not going to do anything with the skulls. But now we've got kind of a void in the middle. And so I could say that the tree has a door, and the tree is sink, and start killing them off. Which I guess I'm going to do for the moment. Alright, so if tree has a door, and tree is sink, then we could kill another skull. Kablam! And then I want to do door has tree and door is sink, I think. And kill another skull. Kablam! Let me kill a couple more so that I can walk over to that door and really kind of picture what's... Well, let's just try to picture what's going on. Let's imagine I've killed all the skulls. I walk over to the door. Now what? Text is floating, so I can't sync text. And even if I could, I couldn't, like, push it into the door. Skull is defeat and move, but I don't see a way that I can turn a skull around to try to get one of the skulls to walk into the door and get sunk. I don't think I'm ever breaking through the walls. So we've proven that we can get rid of the skulls, but I still don't have any kind of plan to get through the door, other than turning myself into a tree, and I can't say Baba has Baba anywhere in here or something like that. So it seems like I need to use... I can do like is tree, but the only words I could do tree is tree, I could do door is tree, I could do tree is door. Oh, door is tree. I don't need to sync the door. I could just walk through the door. What am I talking about? If door is neither push nor... I could just walk through the door. Because the door can just become a passive object like these reeds over here. Okay, let's plan to do that and just kill all the skulls. Or kill most of the skulls. I could even sneak past one of them. Okay, so in that case, we need to say tree has... Is there a faster way to do this? There might be a faster way to do this. Tree has door, tree has sink. Oops. And now wait. So we kill another one. I don't immediately see the faster way to do this, so I'll just continue doing it the slow way. Door has tree. Door is sink. Okay, killed another one. We still have room to just continue this pattern. Tree has door. Tree is sink. Okay, now I need to move things around a little bit. So let's go over here. Boop, boop, boop. Door has tree, door is sink. Alright, and because I'm impatient, I want the door to no longer be sink. Trees are already not interacting. And I can just run behind the skull and then go through the door and get to the flag. Okay. That was not bad. Let's at least take a look at number 6. Canyon. I'll give it some attempt, but if it doesn't seem like it's going to be short, this might be the last puzzle of the day. Up. Uh-oh. We got a new predicate. Ghost is pushing hot. Hedge is stop, belt is shift, text is float, flag is win, flower is defeat and melt. Flowers are on the outside, hedge is stop. Okay, that's already... And then up. I could say belt is up, obviously. Oh my goodness. You can use a predicate to reorient an object to be facing a new direction. Up is such a predicate. Having done so, now what? Well, I'm just curious to know. Hedge is still stopped, so that doesn't really affect anything there. So we were taught very effectively what this predicate does. Can't say ghost is up, and even if I could, I don't know that it would help. Having the up. Alright, let's restart. The purpose of having the up is both to teach us about this predicate and to make it possible for us to walk back to the left-hand side, which we previously couldn't do. So, if I say this, now I can walk back to the left-hand side, which lets me bring all of these text blocks over to the left-hand side and do something with Baba, presumably. So which of these words am I going to need? I'm not sure. So let's bring all of them. Bloop, 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 bloop. Okay, Baba is up. It's kind of interesting from the point of view of I just want to learn. If I face left, I see. So now you're just always looking at the back of me. So if you like Baba's butt, this is the episode for you. Alright. Let's see. Baba is belt will not help us. Baba is shift. Now this is interesting. Does this mean that I would need things standing on top of me, which is hard to do because U is always in the pushing state. There are circumstances where you could get something on top of Baba. And then I think basically I would act like a conveyor belt. Baba is belt. I feel like there are other things I can do with the text over here, and I'm not seeing any of them. Belt is Baba. I could say belt is Baba, and then I would have two Babas. You know, somehow I failed to even notice that it was possible to walk down to the flag, but for the flowers over here, I just had not been paying attention to that. Flowers defeat and melt. Ghost is push and hot. So I need the ghost to melt the flowers. Alright, I was too busy worrying about conveyor belts and new predicates to actually look at the actual puzzle I'm trying to solve, but now I have seen it. And I think it might be doable before the end of this episode, so let's see what we can do here. I said I could do a belt as Baba, but then I would not be able to say Baba is shift. And so I'd have two Babas, but I don't think that would help me get the ghost out. I feel like I need to push the belt or something. Okay, Baba is shift. Hold on. I walked over to the ghost with Baba is shift, but what if I walk over to the belt with Baba is shift? I push the belt. I see, and if I look down, he won't be on me. So Baba is shift kind of makes everything pushable that's not stop, doesn't it? I don't have any other objects to interact with, but I believe, yes, I can push the flowers. Because I move on to the flower. Before the flower defeats me, apparently, shift kicks in, and I shift the flower. Ah, but I also shift the flag, right. Okay, so this is extremely powerful. I can push non-pushable inactive items, which means I can push a conveyor belt And then have the conveyor belt face up and get the ghost out. Ha 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 ha. Alright, this is extremely clever. Yeah, I love it. Do I want to keep Baba being shift? I don't think so. I think now I just want to say belt is up. Oops. And then eventually say belt is shift. So, belt is up. Boom. Now it's facing upwards. Belt is shift. Now it will actually be a conveyor belt. And then I can push the ghost onto it. And then I can push the ghost over here. And then melt the flowers. Alright, I learned a whole lot in that one, so that was super terrific. I think that's a good way to finish the episode. We are going to look ahead at the next screen. Number 7 is called Concrete Goals. I'm guessing there will be walls and or pillars involved. Wall is stop. Oh, belt is push and shift. I'm curious if the belt was not push. Zoom! Ah, that's right, I'm only going to move one at a time. It's not like I move on to one and then that one shifts me and I move on to the other one and I don't like move 10 squares in a row. And flag is win. I see, flag is stop. So like, why is this not easy? Alright. Tree is stop, flag is stop. Those seem kind of walled off. And so if the flag is stopped, presumably I'd need to push another object onto the flag and become that object. No, Baba's U. U seems to be really cordoned off. Alright, I don't have any immediate insight into this, but we'll think about it for next time. I hope, as always, that you guys are having a great day. I'm continuing to enjoy and really love this game. I've been playing it just about every free moment. I think only 3 or 4 episodes have aired, and this is like episode 14 that I'm recording. So I'm recording at a super fast clip, and it's both to avoid spoilers, but also just because I'm loving this game. So I'll see you again soon with more Bob Is You. Bye-bye.